What I'm going to say here is record, so your names are here. And I will just proceed straight. I won't go through the list of the protocol. And just to acknowledge the Premier, Limunga Musebeti, Lindate, Kamuhole Limbate Gate. You can't get at Tilani when you were saying, I do. So, regarding safety, nurtured discipline, and raised courage across the Free State. For 37 years, under her leadership, the Free State Saps became more disciplined, more responsive, and more rooted in community trust. She strengthened crime intelligence, restored command and control, empowered station commanders, and brought visible policing closer to our people, especially in rural towns, townships, and vulnerable communities, and therefore restoring confidence in the rule of law. As the Department of Community Safety, Roads and Transport, we work closely with her through operations, or we worked closely with her in operations, borderline deployments, road safety campaigns, community mbizos and management. And like a mother who gives birth, protects, disciplines, and guides her children, so did she mother the safety of this province. Kauba mutwa kereke, geku bega manzukiana. Atwangu Proverbs chapter 31, verse 20. Ucha utle utobane liona ka mkhofi. Lieutenant General, this scripture fits you perfectly because you did not only wear the uniform, you wore strength, dignity, and fearless leadership. Your life teaches us an unshaken. When women are supported, institutions grow. When women lead, stability becomes the order of the day. Maya Angelou stands up for herself. She stands up for all women, close quote. Lieutenant General, you stood not just for yourself, you stood for every female police trainee in blue who dares to dream, and because of that, generations will stand taller. And your 37 years of faith to service, as we say goodbye, we do not say it as an ending, but as what we have once enjoyed deeply, we can never lose. What we have once enjoyed deeply, we can never lose. All that we lose is deeply becomes a part of us. Lieutenant, every police station, and about acknowledge about reference, about plagiarize. As you step into the next chapter of your life, I wish you days filled with peace, good health, and the quiet joy of knowing that you have finished your race with honor. You leave behind not an empty office, but a living footprint that will give guidance to those who will follow in your footsteps. And lastly, I pray that whenever life leads you next, may you go knowing that the Free State walks taller, safer, and stronger because you walked first. To program directors, before I call on the Premier, may I please call upon Sergeant Malindi and Sergeant Mulapo to come and join me on stage. We're supposed to do MEC's Excellent Awards. Memutonyani ulare mesmerize mu ane akwala Laureate Prize afaningayo. But then today the Free State Provincial Government proudly honors Sergeant MB Mulapo for her outstanding bravery, intelligence-driven investigation, and unwavering dedication to justice through her exceptional work in the Trio Task Team. She led successful dismantling of dangerous criminal networks responsible for contract killings, secured the arrest of prosecution of key perpetrators, and disrupt a well-organized cross-border crime syndicate. Her courage, persistence, and commitment to protecting our communities represent the very best of South African police service. In recognition of this extraordinary service and sacrifice, I am pleased to present Sergeant Molapo with a 5,000 cash voucher as a token of appreciation for her invaluable contribution to safety and justice in the Free State. And today again, I would also like to recognize Sergeant Malindi for his exceptional leadership, professionalism, and tireless commitment to strengthening policing and community safety in the Joliputswa district. Through his strategic coordination of junior management development, youth crime prevention programs, Batukeli learning networks, and district operational planning, he has significantly improved accountability, service delivery standards, and public trust in Saps. His dedication to mentoring young officers and advancing community-centered policing continues to leave a lasting and measurable impact across the district. In appreciation of his outstanding service and exemplary leadership, I am also honored to represent and commit the department to present Sergeant Malindi with a voucher of 5,000 as well. We thank both of you for the good work that you are doing and pray that you continue to solve complex crimes and build public trust. And for that, I thank you sincerely. It is now my singular honor and privilege to invite the Honorable Premier of the Free State, Mema Queen Letsoa Joyce Matai, to deliver the keynote address. I thank you very much.
Is a hlompo happy? Is a hlompo happy? Ho e mongwa mona Free State la bitswa ka pleke mo nna ke motsebela Free State ho se dineo ke hlomphe haholo nga mosebetsi re kopantseng tsatsing lena ke bone other provinces are here to support you. You are blessed, your colleagues, others left Filipino, but you felt it's important to be here today. I know you are faced with a lot of challenges against terrorism in your province, so all of them, they saw it befitting that vision to honor you. And most of the time, when people sacrifice like this, impact about you. They worked with you. The district leadership SMS, the stakeholders, the provincial and district commissioners, there's this other one, China, or no, there's something here. I must first attend this one. And the Tonto, as well, CPF board, the role that you are playing as a strategic partner, it's really appreciated. Officers, members, Saps, distinguished guests, but lastly, is a the family. Today, thank you very much. The band, Sis Brenda, I always ask you this question. Saps Free State, what's going to happen to her? I say Ben did something else, you know, so Raleigh wanted a commitment. The union reps that are here, I saw you, thank you very much for supporting us, the media people at we gather here today in the serene settings of Woodlands, not for a mere procedural farewell, but for a profound moment of protection of legacy and transition, to honor a towering tree in our forest of safety and justice. A tree whose roots have nourished this land, whose branches have provided shelter, and whose very presence has changed the landscape of policing in the Free State. That tree is our leader, our protector, our sister in the relentless struggle for a safer society. Ellen May of legend, not whispered in corridors, but inscribed of legend, not whispered in corridors, but inscribed in the very fabric of our service. It is a narrative that began not in the boardroom, but on the beat in January 1989. We see the young woman who took the oath, who wore the uniform of a constable with pride in June of that year of 1989. We trace the climb in each rank, not a mere appointment, but a conquest of competence. From line sergeant to sergeant, from the strategic oversight of a warrant officer to the commissioned leadership of lieutenant and captain. Your ascent through the years from superintendent, director to assistant commissioner was a masterclass in readiness, culminating in the esteemed ranks of Major General in February 2026, Lieutenant General. But this journey is measured not only in ranks, but in respect and in crucible of duty. The medals on your chest are not mere ornaments, but clear chapters of a life lived in service. Sis Brenda, already fatally 30 years. Rebuaka, Buikokobetso, Buaka, commitment, yo Leona, Mona Saps. The Soccer World Cup support medal speaks of your role in safeguarding our national pride. The gold medal for outstanding service is the ultimate testament and a rare and a radiant acknowledgement of a career that did not just occupy space but transformed it. Yet, I stand here not to recite your curriculum vitae tonight. Your character is defined by a natural fortitude. You understood that true strength lies in empowering others. You build not just a chain of command, but a chain of confidence. And in that environment of empowerment, of empowered confidence, excellence did not just sprout, but flourished spectacularly. We witnessed the rise of warriors against the darkness, like Sergeant Bukamoso Peter of Mangaung. Here is a young detective who, under your stewardship, gender-based violence. Her formidable record of over 400 years of prison time secured, and a provincial serial rapist put away for 15 life-altering counts is not a victory alone. It's a testament to your leadership, General. You created the system that trusted her, backed her, and allowed her brilliance to become a shield for the vulnerable. She is but one bright star in a constellation you helped arrange. You led us during a time when our province, like our nation, was gripped by a second pandemic, a pandemic of violence against women and children. You understood that policing this scourge required more than just reactive force. It required strategic partnership and profound societal empathy. Saps was the robust backbone of our collective response. Your active, substantive support for initiatives like the one that we just had with our president, Not in My Name, Provincial Men's Indab, which we hosted towards the end of 2020. Speak out and change. You lend the authority of the uniform to that crucial dialogue, helping to transform it from a talk shop into a platform for tangible accountability and changed mindsets. Relationship, not getting to the out, but you've been supporting us. Harabona Saps, not getting to the out, but you've been supporting us. Harabona Saps is one of those departments with this kind of leadership that we had in this province. I could call them to respond. From Hanekelibi MEC to date, they know their responsibility. And thanks for understanding that to fight crime together. Your leadership also understood the sacred covenant of memory and honor. Just weeks ago, on grounds hallowed by sacrifice, we stood together, your hand guiding the process to unveil the Free State Wall of Remembrance at Saps Parkweg. As the names of some of our fallen angels were read, Constable Mujale Faborole, full of promise, cut down after just a year of service. The seasoned protectors, Constable Sipo Mohapi and Gideon Mutlo, taken while answering a call of distress. Sergeant Tabiso Maraleze, who pursued justice until his last breath on the Hillborn Road. We felt the weight of your command. Haki bua ka batho bana ba mona ke hopola le begela ga ba loser ba section e ne teletseng pele ke memagile. It was not easy, mama, but ke la ga tsamaya leeto lena together. You never lose hope. Let's go at some point she would call and say, Premier, hey, I can't face this family alone. Can you be here? No, here is your Saps. You can start with a meeting. You say, please. You know, how can fitla fela mona ke hona ga tla o bona ro sa tshaba le batho be ke ga ntse ke na mapolisa ana le lesbit marhe ke understand what we're going through, all of us Gamafua, those three constables. It was not easy, but and thank you very much once more on that one. You taught us that to honor the fallen is to uphold the values for which they died. That wall stands not only as a monument of stone, but as a permanent instruction from your tenor, which is to never forget the cost of peace. Hey, we learned it la Parkweg, man. Especially abona matsatsi a tamela hore a ke tlo tsamaya ke sa unveil this wall. And thank you, was able to unveil this wall. Thank you very much, and from that sacred remembrance, you forged a fierce commitment to protecting the living. Nowhere was this more evident than in your relentless campaign for road safety. You treated our roads not merely as stretches of asphalt, but as theaters of life and death that demand a policy philosophy of visibility, zero tolerance, and partnership. The results echo your resolve. In the 2025 festive season, under the shadow of those losses, it was reported midway through the festive season by the Ministry of Transport that the Free State at the time was the top performing province in South Africa, achieving a staggering 67.2% reduction in road fatalities. Commitment coincidence. It was also in part the direct result of your strategic focus, your resource allocation, and your unwavering demand for excellence from the of greater safety. It is quite clear that the Free State may be on the right path. Furthermore, General, your legacy is physically embedded in our communities. You saw the gaps in our safety network, and you acted. The Sonskane Satellite Police Station, once an outpost, now stands proudly as a fully fledged, comprehensive police station. This is not just a bureaucratic upgrade, but a symbol of your philosophy. It represents your belief that safety must be accessible, that justice must have a local face, and that community policing requires a permanent home. Stable was Western Cross Station is a benchmark of the legacy that you, working with your national leadership, leave behind. Leave behind. You leave behind a tangible operational fortress against crime that will serve generations to come. Today, as you prepare to hand over the reins, the Free State is undeniably poorer for your departure. We're losing a commander whose intellect and wisdom was rooted in a deep, intuitive understanding of our people and our challenges. Here's the station commanders, and to every officer, a member,